Welcome to the Telabs Optical LAN video, QOIU7 to OIU8 card replacement. The purpose of this video is to provide instruction in the upgrade process from the Telabs Optical LAN QOIU7 PON card to the OIU8 PON card. This video will define the process for QOIU7 to OIU8 card replacement and ensure continuity of service after the upgrade is complete. The topics covered in this video will be an overview of the features and functionality of the OIU8 PON card, a detailed process for making a PON card upgrade, and some potential alarms to watch out for after a PON card upgrade. The OIU8 PON card can be used in the OLT 1150, 1134, and OLT 6. The OIU8 card provides significant improvements on the features and functionality of the Telabs Optical LAN system. Notably, the card provides 8 PON ports with a maximum of 64 ONTs and 512 uni ports each. The OIU8 supports both GPON and XGS-PON ONTs. The OIU8 card also allows 4094 VLANs, automatically blocks PVST, and has enhanced loopback detection. The OIU8 requires a minimum software release of 31.3 OLT load. Both the EMS and OLT must be upgraded to this release prior to installing and replacing any cards with an OIU8. The latest releases can be obtained from the Telabs Nexus portal. Prior to swapping with the QOIU7, it is a good idea to place the OIU8 into a spare slot of the OLT running the correct release and allowing its software to upgrade. This will minimize the outage time that occurs when the cards are swapped by 20 to 30 minutes by making sure that the card is on the proper software load ahead of time. Update any port profiles to utilize loopback detection if it is not already enabled. Alarms should be checked after any card replacement to ensure that any port loops are removed from the system. It is also recommended that the NAC profile include auto disable so that any looped ports are disabled and prevented from causing loops. After removal of the QOIU7 card and replacement with the OIU8 card, all GPON service should be maintained. The card will begin returning service after several minutes. The existing service will be placed onto the first 4 ports of the card, leaving 4 additional ports for GPON or XGS-PON service. If there are slots available in the OLT, the OIU8 can be installed and service can be transferred from the QOIU7 to the new slot. The advantage of doing this is to pre-stage all the configuration, enabling a rapid transition to service on the new card when the fibers are moved. The system supports either copying or moving of PONs from one card to another. When a new OIU8 card is installed in a previously unused slot, all PONs should be verified for the correct PON mode prior to attempting to configure service on those PONs. PON mode is assigned through the PON profile. FEC is recommended for all XGS-PON ports to ensure the highest quality connection and help give additional engineering margin. This will reduce the PON throughput to slightly over 8 gigabits per second, but for most installations, this is more than adequate. Once the PON profile is created, it can be assigned to the PON port. Adjacent port pairs must be configured to the same mode. Port pairs are ports 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. For example, if port 7 needs to be configured for XGS-PON, port 8 must be configured for XGS-PON as well. Copy Move is found on the right-click menu of each PON. Move will move the ONTs on the new PON and delete the ONTs on the original PON once the move is complete. Once the target is selected, the user can select either the Copy or Move button on the bottom of the dialog. Some alarms may show up when the new OIU8 card is installed. If a mismatched equipment alarm occurs on a PON port, check for any OIU8 lasers that are improperly configured where the PON type and installed lasers do not match. Ensure no access violation loopback alarms exist. Loopback detection indicates physically looped ports. These ports will be blocked. The alarm will include the location of the loopback and MAC address. Verify loop detection is enabled in Ethernet port profile. Lastly, look for access violation BPDU guard alarms on the system. BPDU guard will be performed on all ports with RSTP disabled. All ports with RSTP enabled will follow the BPDU guard configuration. Ports detecting BPDUs indicate a downstream switch and RSTP should be enabled, or the switch removed. RSTP on UNI-ports should only be used on UNI-ports where the attached device will have RSTP active and join the network topology. This concludes this video. In it, we have discussed an overview of the features and functionality of the OIU8 PON card, a detailed process for making a PON card upgrade, and some potential alarms to watch out for after a PON card upgrade.